Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Are men and women equal in Islam? Allah says in the Quran, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى, which means the man is not like the woman, which is true. Mentally, physically, emotionally, we are different. We think differently, we see the world differently. But what this does not mean is that one is better than the other. All it means is because of these differences, we have different skills, unique roles, unique responsibilities, and because of these differences, when the men and women come together in Islam, they complete each other. As Allah summarizes beautifully in the Quran, He says, Hunna libasul lakum wa antum libasul lahun. They are clothing for you and you are clothing for them. Now, if we think about it, what is clothing for? Doesn't it give you comfort? Doesn't it give you security? Doesn't it beautify you? This is how the relationship between men and women is defined in Islam. It's not about competition, it's not about cooperation. And despite all these differences, we are all equal in the eyes of Allah. As Allah says in the Quran, never will I allow to be lost the work of worker among you, whether male or female. You are of one another. So all we have to do is embrace our differences, strive to do good in this life, and believe in Allah, and we all have an equal chance at entering heaven in the afterlife. Inshallah. Islam does not distinguish between human beings according to their races, gender, color, or their beliefs. Islam looks at everyone as equal to each other, because at the end we are all the same in front of God. Humans are all made of mud. All mankind is the progeny of Adam, and Adam was fashioned out of clay. Islam does not distinguish between men and women. All are equal in front of Allah. Islam did not only focus on ending slavery, it also focused on giving women their rights in life and made sure that women are being treated as equal to men and their rights are fulfilled. Islam did not distinguish between men and women. All are equal in front of Allah. Before Islam came to the world, females were treated as devils, women were not respected, they had no rights, they were treated if they were prostitutes, servants, slaves. Female newborns were killed because people thought or believed that females bring bad luck and are cursed from the devil. Time passed and women still had no rights until Islam came. Islam believed that men and women are the same. There is no difference between them in front of Allah. Both deserve to live and have their rights fully. According to the Global Gender Gap Index 2009, it can be found that most Middle East and North Africa region countries not only continue to perform far below the global average but also do not show much improvement over the last year or have deteriorated, with the exceptions of Israel, Bahrain, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, each of which has improved as compared with the absolute scores in 2008. Moreover, out of 134 countries, the countries which got the least overall gender index score are mostly from Muslim countries, with Yemen at the bottom. We generally perceive that Muslim women are denied a number of basic human rights under Islam, which range from the requirement of the guardian to enter a marriage to the obligation of the wife to obey her husband. We are hearing lots of stories about how women were set at a lower standard and bullied by Muslim men. And so we are nearly blaming Islam, religion, and Prophet Muhammad. However, when we really want to understand the whole situation as an unbiased analyst, we must be very careful in criticizing another religion. When we look into Quran, we can find that the basic premise of Quran is that women are spiritually and morally equal to men. In one verse, the Quran states, "The believers, men and women, are protectors one of another. They enjoin what is evil. They observe regular prayers, practice regular charity, and obey God and His apostle." This ethical and religious equality between men and women can be summed up in terms of respect between spouses, obedience to God, and practice of the 5 pillars of Islam. Their roles are defined as complementary. Other Quranic laws preach several enlightened ideas in favor of women, such as property and educational rights. Concerning education, the Quran Surah 35 verse 28 states, "Those truly fear Allah among His servants who have knowledge." Moreover, Prophet's Hadith repeatedly emphasizes the acquirement of education and knowledge for every Muslim, male and female. For example, one Hadith states that seeking knowledge is a duty of every Muslim man and woman. Another Hadith states, "Seek knowledge from the cradle to grave." Another Hadith states that father, as he educates his daughter well, will enter paradise. Yet another Hadith states a mother is a school. If she is educated, then a whole people are educated.